grill to cook vegetables and fruits. Try grilling mushrooms, onions, peppers, peaches, or pineapple. Find more tips like this at muext.us/Eat Smart Like a Tiger. Funded by USDA SNAP.
I'm Sia, and I support Humane World for Animals. Together, we have created a new version of Peter Gabriel's beautiful song, Salisbury Hill, to celebrate Humane World for Animals and everything they do. Enjoy the song and join us in helping Humane World for Animals end animal cruelty.
Come on down to 72 Auto Supply, your local CarQuest dealer right here in Bunker. We've got everything you need from high-quality auto parts to livestock feed, rugged heavy-duty equipment supplies, and tools to keep your operation moving. All of the staff here at 72 Auto Supply want to extend a big congratulations to the Bunker High School class of 2025. Congratulations! Your community is so proud of you.
Good afternoon and welcome to KSMO Radio. Let's take a look at that noon hour weather forecast. Well, today we could have some areas of drizzle with partly sunny skies and high near 69 degrees. Winds will be out of the north at around 6 miles per hour. Then tonight, patchy drizzle before midnight with mostly cloudy skies, low around 52. We'll have a light northerly wind. Tomorrow should be mostly sunny and our high temperature should be near 74. Those north winds going to continue tomorrow, 3 to 6 miles per hour. Then tomorrow night it'll be mostly cloudy with low around 52 degrees with calm winds. Thursday showers are likely, mainly during Thursday afternoon, with a chance of precipitation at 60%. Now, new rainfall amounts between 1/4 and 1/2 of an inch are possible on Thursday, with mostly cloudy skies and a high temperature near 70 degrees. Calm winds have become northerly around 6 miles per hour during the morning. Then Thursday night will be partly cloudy, low around 50 degrees. We expect mostly sunny skies on Friday, with a high temperature near 74. Skies will be mostly clear Friday night, low around 53. Then Saturday should be sunny with a high near 80 degrees. Saturday night will be mostly clear with low temperature around 55 degrees. Then Sunday, we expect sunny skies with a high temperature near 81. Sunday night, we should have mostly clear skies, low temperature around 57 degrees. And Monday will be sunny with a high temperature near 83 degrees. And that's your noon hour weather update brought to you by all of us here at KSMO, where it's now time for the Brownfield Commentary and Midday Livestock Report.
Receive Brownfield's latest national and state news, markets, and weather in your email inbox. Sign up for Brownfield's Agriculture Today e-newsletter at brownfieldagnews.com. Hello, everyone. I'm Cindy Young with Brownfield, and this is my 2 cents. Stop for a minute and consider the agricultural technologies that we use every day on our farms. Genetically modified organisms, GMOs, can be engineered to grow faster, use nutrients more efficiently, and increase yield. Science allows us to analyze our soils for nutrients, pH, and organic matter to help optimize use of fertilizer. Thanks to science, we have microbial inoculants, so we can use beneficial bacteria or fungi to promote plant growth and nutrient update. Because of science, we can use selective breeding in livestock for traits like milk production, soundness, and meat quality. We use artificial insemination, the original AI, and embryo transfer to improve genetics within our herds more quickly. We have precision technologies today that let us place the right inputs in exactly the right amount and the right time in exactly the right place, saving us time and resources while improving yields. We should celebrate science, but also protect it. To advance agendas, some lawmakers and protesters or lobbying organizations will cherry-pick their science, presenting only the findings that support a political goal or favorable result for the few, not the many. What research gets funded often depends on the political leanings of those holding the purse strings. I'm Cindy Young with Brownfield. That's my 2 cents.
Hello everyone, I'm Brent Barnett with Brownfield, inviting you to join me each week on Outdoor Adventures. From the hardwoods to the shoreline, we talk with outdoor industry experts about all the things you need to know for your hunting and fishing adventures. I grew up in the whitetail woods and have a deep passion for sharing hunting stories with our guests, as if we're sitting around the campfire. Be sure to check out Outdoor Adventures from Brownfield Ag News.
Did you get a call or message that mentioned Social Security that made you feel threatened or scared? That is not the Social Security Administration. Social Security will not threaten you, press you for personal information, or demand instant payment. Social Security does not accept payments by gift card, prepaid debit card, internet currency, or by mailing cash. Criminals use these forms of payment because they are hard to trace. Don't fall for it. Hang up, ignore them. Report this criminal activity to oig.ssa.gov.
Produced at U.S. taxpayer expense.
Have you seen Town Screen yet? It's one of the most affordable ways to get your message out in the community. With strategically placed vertical screens in numerous locations in Salem, check it out at the American Legion Post number 99, Looking Glass Salon, Salem Senior Center, and McCoy Vision Clinic, just to name a few. Find out more about how you can use Town Screen for everything local. Stop by 800 South Main or call 636-338-1199. Hometown created and maintained, Town Screen in Salem. Country Mart in Salem has a large selection of fresh and packaged meats, as well as fresh fruits and vegetables. They even have propane tanks and everything you need for a picnic, barbecue, or even just a great day on the river. It can all be found under one roof at Country Mart in Salem. And don't forget to check them out online at www.tcmarkets.com. Country Mart, Highway 3272 East in Salem. They're here to help you save.
Protecting the U.S. cattle herd from New World screwworm. Good morning, I'm Megan Grabner with your Brownfield Livestock Market Report, brought to you by Propane. The Propane Farm Research Program offers compensation for using propane equipment. More information is available at propane.com/PFRP. New World screwworm continues to move north through Mexico, putting the U.S. cattle herd health at risk. Colin Woodall, CEO of the National Cattlemen's Beef Association, says if the pest enters the U.S., it would be detrimental to the cattle industry. He says work is being done to jumpstart a domestic facility that could produce male sterile flies, the only way to eradicate it.
We have been working with Congress for months now, ever since we saw the New World screwworms come into Mexico back in November, talking about our domestic needs to put in place funding, in particular for a domestic facility that can produce the sterile New World screwworm males. Now that the screwworms are getting closer to our border, we do hope that it gets Congress's attention and they spend more time trying to identify the funds that are needed to build a facility here in the United States. We also know that Secretary Rollins is working very hard to also find the funds which she can utilize in trying to put in place a facility, because we know that the facility that's in Panama is not going to have the capability to produce enough sterile males for us to stop and ultimately push this pest back into South America. We're going to have at least double that production, if not more, to be able to do that. The best place to do it is going to be here in the United States.
He tells Brownfield even if the funds are made available, it will take some time to get a facility up and running.
The question is, will the federal government be able to use emergency powers to prevent a lot of the permitting that typically steps up and prevents projects from moving forward? This is an emergency situation. This is not only an animal health situation for not only cattle, but all warm-blooded animals, but it is a threat to dogs. It is a threat to humans. Anything that is warm-blooded can carry these animals. And also, we have to keep in mind that anything that hurts the cattle industry is a detriment to our food supply, our food security, and we know that food security is national security.
I'm Megan Grabner for Brownfield.
Imagine having more days of perfect weather, a combine that's more powerful, or even more soybean bushels per acre at harvest. With Revitec fungicide, you don't have to imagine that last one, because it's proven to deliver up to 9.5 more soybean bushels per acre than the competition. With results like that, it's easy to see why Revitec fungicide is the #1 recommended fungicide by soybean farmers. Visit Revitec.com and talk to your BASF retailer today. Always read and follow label directions.
With growing season underway and next year already in sight, the Missouri Fertilizer Control Board encourages producers to consider a split nitrogen application strategy. Splitting your nutrient application will better protect your budget and support crop yields. Don't rely on last year's plan. Start working with your local retailer to finish this season strong. Learn more at mofcb.com/nutrient-management.
That has been the Brownfield Commentary and Midday Livestock Report. It is now time for a look at updated funeral announcements and being brought to you as a courtesy of Your World Today. Serving Salem and Dent County for over 30 years, Your World Today is 4 pages of information that will take you about 5 minutes to read, and they're available in over 40 locations in Salem and in Bunker, and online at our website, ksmoradio.com. Your World Today. Be sure and pick one up every weekday or check it out online. Leona Faye Fries, formerly of Salem, passed away Sunday, May 18th. A celebration of life for Leona Fries will be this afternoon at 3 o'clock at the Salem Full Gospel Church. Burial will be in the North Lawn Cemetery at a later date. And all arrangements for Leona Faye Fries, formerly of Salem, are under the direction of the Wilson Mortuary of Salem. Connie Joan Riggins, age 72, of Salem, passed away Thursday, May 22nd. Funeral services for Connie Wiggins will be on Wednesday at 11 o'clock in the morning at the Wilson Mortuary, Salem Chapel. Visitation for family and friends of Connie Riggins will also be starting this evening at 5 o'clock and continue till 7 at the Wilson Mortuary, Salem Chapel. Burial will be in the Cedar Grove Cemetery. And all arrangements for Connie Joan Riggins of Salem are under the direction of the Wilson Mortuary of Salem. Funeral services for Betty Lorraine Moss, age 90, of Columbia, Missouri, formerly of Mexico, Missouri, who was the first Miss Salem here in Salem, Missouri. And those services will be Wednesday morning at 10 o'clock in the First Presbyterian Church in Columbia, Missouri. Visitation for family and friends of Betty Moss will be from 9:50 in the morning till service time at the church. Graveside services will also be on Wednesday at the East Lawn Memorial Park. Memorial donations may be made to the St. Jude Children's Research Hospital, Central Missouri Humane Society, or the First Presbyterian Church in Columbia. All may be sent in care of Arnold Funeral Home, 425 South Jefferson Street, Mexico, Missouri. And all arrangements for Betty Moss are under the direction of the Arnold Funeral Home, Mexico, Missouri. Bonita Ehlers, age 78, of Licking, passed away May 23rd. A memorial visitation for family and friends of Bonita Ehlers is planned for Friday, May 30th from 2 to 4 at the Fox Funeral Home in Licking. And all arrangements for Bonita Ehlers of Licking are under the direction of the Fox Funeral Home of Licking. Imogene Wynn of Cordova, Tennessee, formerly of Cuba, Missouri, passed away Saturday, November 30th at the age of 91 years. Memorial graveside services will be Saturday, May 31st at 10:30 in the morning at the Steelville Cemetery. Interment will follow immediately after gravesides, Saturday, May 31st. And all arrangements for Imogene Wynn, formerly of Cuba, Missouri, are under the direction of the Britton Bennett Funeral Home of Steelville. Catherine Marie Ponzer Gingles, formerly of Rolla, Missouri, passed away Sunday, February 16th at the age of 35 years. Memorial services for Catherine Marie Ponzer will be Saturday, May 31st at 12 noon at the Rolla Chapel of James Garb Mortuary. Visitation for family and friends of Mary Catherine Ponzer will be prior to the service from 10 until service time at 12 noon, and will be at the Lake Springs Cemetery. Memorials are suggested to the education of her daughter, Seraphine Gingles. and all arrangements for Mary Catherine Ponzer Gingles, formerly of Rolla, are under the direction of the James Gar Mortuary of Rolla. David Martin Ponzer, formerly of Rolla, passed away Sunday, February 16th at the age of 64 years. Memorial services for David Ponzer will be Saturday, May 31st at 12 noon at the Rolla Chapel of James Gar Mortuary. Visitation for family and friends of David Ponzer will also be on Saturday from 10 in the morning till service time at 12 noon. And it will be at the Lake Springs Cemetery. Memorials are suggested the education for granddaughter Seraphine Gingles, and all arrangements for David Martin Ponzer, formerly of Rolla, are under the direction of the James Gar Mortuary of Rolla. That has been a look at updated funeral announcements brought to you as a courtesy of Your World Today. Your World Today is the only daily news flyer in Dent County. It is available in over 40 locations in Salem and in Bunker. And be sure and check out Your World Today online at our website, KSMOradio.com. Your World Today has been serving Dent County for over 30 years, and the best part about it is absolutely free.
Made for agriculture, we are MFA.
Get your calves off to a good start with MFA branded feeds. With time-tested, proven feeds like Cattle Charge and Full Throttle, you can put pounds on your calves quickly, efficiently, and safely. The feed-to-gain ratios speak for themselves. A good start is critical for this year's calf crop. Financing is available. Get a great start with MFA Feed.
We are MFA.
It is now time for a look at local news, and it's being brought to you by Southwest Baptist University Salem Campus. SBU Salem Campus provides quality higher education close to home for residents of Dent County and the surrounding area. For more on degrees and programs, stop by SBU Salem Campus today at 501 South Grand Street, or you can call them at 729-7071. I'm Bob Parsons reporting. The City of Salem Board of Aldermen will be meeting tonight at 6 o'clock at the Old City Hall Auditorium at 202 North Washington. After the call to order and approval of the agenda, the board will go into closed session to discuss proposals and/or contracts. Upon returning to open session, the board will hear public comments followed by the review of bids for hot mix asphalt and street sweeper repair. In new and miscellaneous business, the board will consider the utility policy, plus hear a request for utilities from Terry Perkins. There will be the second reading of Bill number 3654, an ordinance amending Section 700.190 water rates. Bill number 3655, an ordinance amending Section 710.010 monthly utility bills, disconnection and reconnection services. Bill number 3656, an ordinance amending Section 700.030 utility deposits. And Bill number 3657, an ordinance amending Section 705.090 after hours callouts. First reading will be conducted of Bill number 3662, an ordinance repealing Chapter 700, Division 3, Section 700.230 of the City Code of Ordinances. Also receiving first readings will be bills number 3663 through 3671. All being ordinances establishing a user charge system for the City of Salem to provide funds needed to pay for all expenses associated with the city's wastewater system. Bill number 3672, an ordinance authorizing compliance with abatement order on consent number 2025-WPCB-1905 issued by the Missouri Department of Natural Resources regarding the city's wastewater treatment plant. Following the readings, city officials will give their reports followed by adjournment. The Salem Memorial Hospital Board of Directors will be meeting tonight at 7 o'clock in the hospital library. After public comments by speakers who must sign in and are limited to 3 minutes, the board will approve minutes of the April regular meeting and the May special meeting, plus hear a FY 2024 audit presentation. Chief Executive Officer Brooke Bowman will present her report before hearing the summary of operations for the month of April, as well as reviewing and approving the monthly financials. The board will hear the Chief of Nursing report, the Human Resources report, and the Chief of Staff report. Old business will include the election of officers. In new business, the board will get an update on a memorial and a shed. The board may then go into executive session for discussion with legal counsel and consider personnel matters. The regular meeting of the Salem Memorial Hospital Board of Directors is open to the public. An accident occurred Friday afternoon at 106 on Highway 32, 4 miles east of Salem. According to the Highway Patrol report, a 2002 Peterbilt 379 operated by a 54-year-old Salem man swerved to avoid another vehicle, ran off the right side of the roadway, striking a tree and a fence. The report stated that the man suffered moderate injuries and was transported by Salem ambulance to Salem Memorial Hospital. The report went on to state that the man might be flown by unknown helicopter to Mercy, St. Louis. It was unknown whether the driver was wearing a seat restraint. The Peterbilt was totaled and left roadside on Highway 32 at Dent County Road 4237 to be towed by Chris & Sons Towing. The Missouri Department of Conservation has proposed increases to hunting, fishing, and trapping permit prices for 2026. Receiving initial approval from the Missouri Conservation Commission at its May 16th meeting in Jefferson City. The changes aim to help MDC maintain infrastructure and services while addressing rising costs. The proposal includes significant increases to non-resident deer and turkey hunting permits to align more closely with surrounding states' pricing. MDC also plans to create new non-resident permits, including a $60 migratory bird permit and a $40 trout permit. MDC Director Jason Sumners noted that resident hunters generally support adjusting non-resident permit prices to be comparable with neighboring states. Missouri currently hosts approximately 43,000 non-resident deer hunters, 10,000 non-resident spring turkey hunters, and 165,000 non-resident anglers annually. Notable proposed increases include resident hunting and fishing combination permits rising from $20.50 to $22.50, non-resident firearm deer permits increasing from $288 to $360, and non-resident spring turkey permits going from $243.50 to $304.50. Most resident permits will see modest increases of $1 or $2. The price adjustments are based on Consumer Price Index related to cost of living increases from 2008 to 2024. MDC recommends a gradual 50% CPI-based increase over 10 years for resident permits, while accelerating increases for non-resident deer and turkey permits. The public comment period for the proposed changes runs from July 2nd to July 31st of this year. Comments can be submitted at mdc.mo.gov/contact-engage/public-commenting-opportunities. The Commission will consider final approval at its September 12th meeting, with changes taking effect January 1st, 2026 if approved. Permit sales represent approximately 17% of MDC's annual revenue, with the conservation sales tax providing about 62% and federal reimbursement accounting for 15%. MDC receives no funding from tickets, citations, or the state's general revenue budget. The average Missourian pays about $24 annually for conservation efforts through the conservation sales tax. For complete details on all proposed permit changes and MDC's fiscal information, residents can read the MDC Annual Review for fiscal year 2024 in the January 2025 issue of the Missouri Conservationist, also available online at mdc.mo.gov/magazine/Missouri-conservationist/2025-01. The Missouri Department of Revenue is warning Missourians of ongoing nationwide text scams. The department has received a large increase in calls reporting these phishing texts. These texts are often threatening, claiming to be from Missouri Department of Revenue or Department of Motor Vehicles and may include a warning regarding unpaid traffic violations, outstanding toll charges, or fines owed. These texts are not from the Missouri Department of Revenue and are not legitimate. The department will not send requests for payment or request personal information via text message. If you receive one of these phishing texts, do not click on any links in the text. Do not respond to the text, and be sure to delete the text. The department is working with law enforcement agencies to mitigate these illegal messages. The Missouri Senior Farmers Market Nutrition Program provides benefit vouchers to low-income seniors who are 60 years of age or older in Dent, Crawford, and Phelps counties through the Mid-Missouri Aging Best Office. Eligible seniors will receive 10 vouchers with a value of $5 each for a total of $50 each year that can be used for the purchase of fresh, raw, unprepared foods grown in Missouri, and that includes fruits, vegetables, honey, and cooking herbs. The vouchers may be used now until October 31st or earlier if your local farmers market closes before then. You have until September 30th to get your vouchers, and they can be used at any farmers market that is part of the program, including the Salem Farmers Market. The maximum household income to qualify for the program is 185% of the poverty level for a single person, with incremental income levels for those with multiple family members. A senior may also qualify if they participate in the SNAP program or Community Supplemental Food Program. Seniors can also name a proxy on their behalf to apply for and purchase foods on their behalf. The program application must be signed by both. And if you'd like more information about the Senior Farmers Market Nutrition Program, call 573-751-8596. Well, that has been a look at local news, and it was brought to you by SBU Salem Campus at 501 South Grand Street, where they offer degrees in nursing, which is an RN Bridge program, criminal justice, and elementary education. For more about SBU Salem Campus, contact them at 573-729-7071.
Southwest Baptist University campus in Salem provides quality higher education close to home for residents of Dent County and the surrounding areas. The classes at SBU Salem campus are taught in the afternoon and evenings, making a degree attainable for people who are in the workforce or can't afford to go off to get a degree. We offer degrees in nursing, which is an RN Bridge program, criminal justice, elementary education. For more information on the degrees and programs, please contact admissions counselor Chris Welch to schedule an appointment as a prospective or returning student. You may call 573-729-7071.
Real value is more than a fair price. It's quality service, experience, and convenience too. And it's what you get every time you stop at Napa Auto Parts Store at 604 East Scenic Rivers Boulevard in Salem. Get quality Napa parts and accessories you can trust with a knowledgeable staff that can help you find the right parts and answer your questions. And while you're there, check out the monthly specials. Napa Auto Parts at 604 East Scenic Rivers Boulevard in Salem, locally owned since 1946. They extend their best wishes and congratulations to Salem and the surrounding school districts' graduating classes.
Out of town and want to know what's going on in Salem, how the Salem Tigers did, or who may have passed away? There's only one way to get that information quickly, and that's by going to Your World Today online. Go to KSMORadio.com and click on the Your World Today button, and you'll get the latest edition online, or check out the Your World Today archives. And if you are in town, pick one up in any of the 30-plus locations in Salem and Bunker. Your World Today, they're free!
We are Missouri Farm Bureau Insurance, and we're for road trips. We're for covering as much ground as possible on 2, 4, or 18 wheels. We're for drop tops, T-tops, classics, cruisers, pickup trucks, and dump trucks. We're for displaying Missouri plates like medals of pride. Have you ever hit a deer? Yep, we're for you too. We're for getting stuck behind a tractor on a 2-lane highway. And if you're a Missouri driver, we have an auto policy for you.
I'm Willie Strader, your Missouri Farm Bureau Insurance agent, and if you're in Dent County, I've got you covered.
The Bank of Salem Shazam Bolt's mobile app offers you a safe, easy, and fast way to manage your accounts, identifying potential fraud, finding surcharge-free ATMs, checking your balance, and providing alerts for purchases exceeding your designated amounts. Anytime, anywhere, even when the bank is closed, all from your mobile device. Shazam Bolts, a safer, easier, and faster mobile solution. Stop by the Bank of Salem for enrollment information. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender. Message and data rates may apply.
When it comes to pond building, land clearing, building site preparation, or even building a walking trail, you need a professional that will get the job done right the first time and stands behind their work. Godey's Excavating LLC has the right equipment to take care of all your residential or commercial projects. No job is too small or too large. Call Godey's Excavating LLC at 573-739-4634. They are fully insured and carry workman's compensation.
It is now time for a look at local and regional sports. It's being brought to you as courtesy of your Ozark sports leader, KSMO. St. Louis Cardinals began their 3-game series against the Baltimore Orioles yesterday afternoon. The Orioles scored 5 runs before the Cardinals' Pedro Pages responded with a 2-run home run in the top of the 5th inning. The score would remain unchanged for the remainder of the game as the Orioles took the 5-2 victory. The Cardinals and Orioles will play again this afternoon on KSMO Radio, 1340 AM and on 95.7 FM, with pregame coverage set to begin at 4:40 in the first pitch to follow at 5:35. Kansas City Royals hosted the Cincinnati Reds yesterday afternoon. It was all Reds through the first 6 innings as Cincinnati racked up 5 runs. A 2-run Salvador Perez homer got things going for the Royals, followed by a Nick Lofton sacrifice fly out, bringing in Mikael Garcia. However, the Reds would hold off the late rally, defeating the Royals 7-4. Game 2 of the 3-game series starts tonight at 6:40. And that's been a look at local and regional sports, brought to you courtesy of KSMO. Stay tuned for a look at sports from the Missouri Net.
This is Missouri Net, celebrating 50 years of bringing you statewide news.
Missouri Net Sports, I'm Bill Pollock. Former Cardinal Dylan Carlson got the best of his old team. His 3-run homer off Eric Fetty in the 4th opened up a 5-0 lead for the Orioles.
I was really happy with my stuff, towards the best it's been all year, just all around, all 4 pitches, but had some longer innings, a lot of guys on base, a lot of traffic, just one tough pitch.
Only 3 of Fetty's runs were earned. The Cardinals lost 5-2. They dropped 3 games behind the Cubs. The Royals lost for the 8th time in 12 games, this time 7-4 to the Reds.
We just got to figure it out. It's frustrating. The good thing is we're we still have a winning record. We're not in panic mode.
That's Vinny Pasquantino, who had 3 hits and extended his hitting streak to 10 games, including 4 straight with multiple hits. The Royals are 29-26. And the Chiefs begin organized team activities today, tomorrow, and Thursday. ESPN compiled a list of the most underrated players on each NFL team, and analyst Aaron Schatz named Chiefs edge rusher George Karlaftis, that player for KC. Underrated may be the wrong term, may be unrecognized by the rest of the fan bases, because Chiefs Kingdom knows how good the 4th-year pro has been. Last season, Karlaftis led the Chiefs with 8 sacks in 2024. He also racked up 61 total pressures. The St. Louis Battlehawks have won 5 games in a row, already clinched a UFL playoff spot. St. Louis will play the D.C. Defenders in the regular season finale on Friday and then host them on June 8th in the playoff semifinals. One of the Battlehawks' 2 losses came against D.C., but quarterback Max Duggan loves the way that the Battlehawks are playing 5 wins in a row.
You just want to get better each week moving into the playoffs, and I think guys flying around, playing loose, having fun, defense, special teams, making plays, so great to see,
Bill Pollock, Missouri Net Sports.
88% of Missourians buckle up because we know these roads come with surprises. Other drivers, deer, hidden dangers. And if you skip the seatbelt, if you don't click it, you can be pulled over and you will get a ticket. Who has time for that? We've got stuff to do, places to be, people counting on us. So we buckle. Every trip, every time. For whatever lies ahead, we buckle. This message brought to you by Save Mo Lives.
At Child Fund, hope means helping millions of children living in poverty worldwide grow up healthy, educated, skilled, and safe. And that means safe at home, at school, and online.
Hope means walking this path together, all of us. Because when we work together, we can do so much more.
That's right. Hope includes you.
Child Fund, because we need each other.
Learn more at childfund.org.
Dear McDonald's, I'm writing today to say thank you for rolling out the new McCrispy strips. Those crispy, juicy, tender strips of chicken are peppery perfection. And that new creamy chili dipping sauce, well, that hit me square in the sweet spot. The fact that I can save 30% off a 3 or 4-piece McCrispy strips only in the app is a gesture I won't soon forget. Deliciously yours, Sandy. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Offer valid through 6/15/25 at participating McDonald's. Valid once a day. Must opt into rewards.
Stay tuned to KSMO. I've got news from the Missouri Net coming up in 1 minute, and that'll be followed by your latest KSMO weather forecast after the top of the 1 o'clock hour.
Hey Mizzou fans, it's new women's basketball head coach Kelly Harper. I'm excited to join the Mizzou family and call KSMO home. We need you to purchase your season tickets and bring the energy to Mizzou Arena as we battle the nation's top teams. It takes everyone to raise banners and cut down nets.
Good! Mizzou pulls it out at the buzzer!
Season tickets start at just $65. Get yours today. MIZ.
Oh no, stomach issues again?
Stomach issues?
Who are you?
Your pancreas. I could be the real reason for your diarrhea, gas, bloating, stomach pain, or loose oily stools.
I thought it was my stomach.
People often do, but any of these symptoms could mean having a condition called exocrine pancreatic insufficiency, or EPI. With EPI, the pancreas doesn't release enough enzymes to break down food, but EPI is manageable. Use the symptom checker on identifyepi.com and speak with your doctor. That's identifyepi.com. Sponsored by AbbVie.
Missouri Net News, I'm Cameron Connor. Missouri has been battling severe drought the past 2 years, and state lawmakers want to make sure the state holds onto its precious water source when the going gets tough. One of several bills awaiting a decision by Governor Mike Kehoe would make it illegal to export water without a state permit. Representative Dean Van Scoik, a representative from Northwest Missouri Savannah, supports the bill.
My house, as the crow flies, is probably 10 miles from Kansas and a little bit further to Nebraska. These states, along with North and South Dakota, have talked about exporting water to states like Colorado and Utah. They would do it in a heartbeat out of the Missouri River. They would lower our Missouri River levels.
Water exporters would also be required to report the amount of water they withdrew and its use. And according to AAA Missouri, the current statewide average gas price for regular is $2.84 a gallon. That's roughly 1 cent down from a week ago. If you're trying to keep up with news around the state, head to MissouriNet.com. This is Missouri Net News.